start from the beginning.
Yes, yes.
Today we are receiving grapes. As you can see, we have two cups. This is how we start our season. So as you can see, the grapes are de-stamped, crushed, and then they are pressed all the way. You have two pressure tanks. Each one can contain up to like 10, 11 tons of grapes. Nowadays we receive like between 3 and 5 cars like this every day. We start with this. So grapes are fermented in this part of the winery. As you can see, our tanks, they start at 150 hectoliters and end at 250. So all the tanks are 250, one 200 and one 150. So, and all the batteries are like this. We have 4 batteries like this in these 2 buildings.
I see.
Okay? And then we start receiving premium grapes for different quality of wine. Jardin du Nil, Le Baron, Beau Soleil will start after June 20. So this is what we call like the tank farm for grape receiving and fermentation here. This second one is for treating the wine, stabilizing the wine, preparing the wine for the filling, and also for aging in oak barrels. And those are our oak barrels, where we do our like expensive wine, Jardin du Nil red, partially here, other wines as well, oak staves, and oak chips, and oak barrels. We use 3 kinds of oak. Yeah, Beau Soleil white is mostly staves and chips. But mostly staves, Beau Soleil white. Are from Séguin-Moreau from France. Yeah, best ever producer of oak barrels. So we're gonna go to the packaging side. We do produce between 40 and 50,000 hectoliters depending on the season. You know, some years grapes are plenty and we have a big production, and some other day we go down. So we are between 40 and 50,000 hectoliters. Okay. We export to Korea and to other countries the grapes that we produce ourselves, and we use them to produce premium Egyptian wines. So here we're gonna go to the packaging side. The packaging area, as I said, we produce wine, still wines, in this line. So it's a 2,500 bottles an hour. It's a French. Interesting is that we print a batch number on each bottle. Yeah. So this is the machine that prints the batch number. And from this batch number, we can retrace the history of each bottle. Let's go inside the traditional method production of wine. This is the riddling, what we call riddling. So our champagne, our Le Baron, we cannot call it champagne, but it's a traditional method, is made, our white is a Blanc de Blanc, made from Chardonnay exclusively. So Chardonnay in the vineyard is prepared differently, we're gonna see it tomorrow. And then out of Chardonnay, we do a base wine for champagne or for Le Baron production. This wine is kept in our tanks for some 5-6 months, and after it's prepared for a first filling. So we fill it in the bottles with some frozen juice, some yeast and some nutrients, and a second fermentation start in the bottles. And because the bottle is closed, it raises the pressure inside. As you can see there, you have bottles where we can monitor the pressure for each batch. Okay? The second fermentation in the bottle takes place over, at this temperature, all year round we have 18 degrees. So it lasts for 10 to 12, 13 weeks. And after we leave the bottles in this horizontal position, at least 12 months. at least 12 months. After the 12 months, we start what we call riddling process. And this is the process of champagnisation, what we call traditional method for producing sparkling wine.
I see.
So this is our Le Baron. We have it in white, we have it in rosé. So rosé is Chardonnay and Pinot. And then we have a special cuvée called Signature. Signature is a Blanc de Noir. So it's a white wine from red grapes. It stays here for 3 years. Instead,
3 years?
Yeah. Instead of 12 months, 36 months. It's not a big production. This year we're gonna increase it. So it's gonna go from 8 to something like 12, 13 every year. And it's a wine non-dosé. So there is no added sugar at the end or added something, no sugar at all. So the expedition liquor is only like some chemicals to preserve the wine. And that's it. That's it. So that's what we can say here.
Yeah.
Come, I'll show you the disgorging phase. When we bring the bottles, as I said, upside down, we put them in this refrigerator at minus 30 degrees.
minus 30, yeah.
Yeah, so right now it's not working for sure. So here we can go down to minus 30. The bottles are put here upside down. There is a liquid here with glycol water, so it doesn't freeze. Each bottle stays here between 6 and 8 minutes. And the sediments, they got solidified like a gel.
Gel.
We open the bottles here and the gel is ejected, and after we inject the liquor, expedition liquor, and then we add the cork and the wire that hold the cork to the bottle if the pressures change. So this is what disgorging is about.
Disgorging, yeah.
Demand on Le Baron being the only traditional method sparkling wine production I would not say in the continent, because we have South Africa, they also produce, but in this part of the world we are the only ones doing this.
Tea.
To 170 to one,
Wow.
yeah, a day, and today we have with the security guys we're less than 20. No, maybe we're 30, because some are working in the warehouse as well. So 30 or instead of 170.
I see.
You know, it's not about where is best to put the winery. It's where we can have the production license. So a production license is given here in the country for a certain location that you cannot change. It's not our decision. It's a governmental decision. So our license is here in Guna. So here is a distillation site. So this is a pot still. I bought it used from France. It has something like more than 100 years. La Maison Maresté, which is the producer, is a very old, you can see 1,800 something. Yes, it's for spirits production. So we use it for many kind of production because it's coupled to a colon. So I can produce here a vodka from grapes. I can produce something like eau de vie de vin, like cognac or armagnac. When we are producing gin, so we use it for many different stuff. I'm agriculture engineer specialized in the production of grapes for wine, for the industry of wine. I'm a enologist from Montpellier. First degree was from Bordeaux. Second from Montpellier for the wine production and wine and spirit and champagne production. Yeah, I have a long experience now like almost 35 years experience in the wine production. So welcome in our
Welcome
company.
to Egybev.
So this is Egyptian international beverage company called Egybev. So here is the production site. In Cairo you'll have the administration and the headquarters, but here we have the production site. So Here we do have our lab, our retention room. Let's have a look here before going up. So this is the retention room. We track all our, batch numbers in this room. And here we have a microbiology lab. And here we do have our chemical lab. Mariam is the head of is in charge today of the lab. The new bottles now, and we're going to do a small tasting. So now we're going to go to the administration, which is upstairs. Those are part of the medals we won in the past. Now we added a lot, but we didn't change the... Please, تفضلي. So as you can see, every department is having his part here. Security. So this is the plant top view. Yeah. So the winery is here. You see, the winery is is smaller compared to the brewery. But this will be extended till here, and this will be the winery, and the brewery will cover until this part and all this part.
So winery will be here.
Winery will be all this part.
Winery.
Yeah, and spirit production here.
Yeah.
And warehouse and brewery in the future. And this is the entrance.
I see.
Our parking outside, and this is where we receive visitors. So tastings are made outside. Yeah, outside. Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah. So here is the top management. So my office is here, CEO office, and the plant manager. We are in this part of... So this is our meeting room. We have the white, the rosé, the 3 red. We have also the sweet wine. So this is our sparkling wine made according to the traditional method. So we called it Le Baron. We have it classic, white and rosé, and we have our signature. I told you about our small production of signature. Beausoleil is a single varietal range of product. So in each bottle we have only one variety of a grape. We made it this way for awareness. We wanted Egyptian people to start looking at the wine in a different way. If I want to know about the Merlot, I'll taste this one. If I want to taste a Cabernet, I'll go to this one. Grenache, this one. Syrah, this one. And the white is a different story because we wanted to make it from Chardonnay. And then, why? Because it's Chardonnay is very known, and we planted Chardonnay in the country, and the intention was to produce Beausoleil white from Chardonnay. Then we made lots of research about a local variety called Banati, and we found out that it can give beautiful results. I see. So we changed our plan, and we used the Chardonnay here and Banati here. When we planted our varieties in the country, we didn't know which one would gonna give us good results. So Merlot, surprisingly, gave very poor results for red wine. It needs lots of water. So when you open the tap and you give as much water as the plant needs, then the wine is diluted. So between producing a bad wine, bad red, or a poor red, and a good rosé, we decided to shift it to a good rosé wine. So rosé doesn't mind if you give it more water because it preserves acidity, it has less sugar, it has more organic acids, more freshness. So we said, Instead of producing poor red Merlot wine, no, rather produce a good rosé. And we shifted from red to rosé.
Because it's a problem of water.
It's a problem of water. So Merlot can handle only 1 day without watering. So I water today, I don't water tomorrow, I water after tomorrow. Syrah, Cabernet, 7 to 10 days. The Petit Verdot I use here can be 14, 15 days sometimes without water. Wow. So that's why you have lots of taste. So Jardin du Nil is a blended cuvée. So we choose our best white, Vermentino, Viognier. We only the best mix, and this is our white. Same, Cabernet here and Cabernet here, but the Cabernet here is much more concentrated. You know, Cabernet is all over the planet, but in each country the expression of the Cabernet is different. So here you can have a different expression of Cabernet due to the climate, due to the heat, to the sun. So the freshness of the fruit is not here. You cannot find it. But you can find a jammy taste. So it's a confit taste, you know, just like if you are preparing from fresh fruits, jam. So our wines are, especially our red wines, are having this jammy character. Yeah, because of the sun of Egypt. We are trying to put all our alcohol between 12 and 13, and in the label 12.5. But it can be 12.1, it can be 12.8 or 9. Because in the country it's very hot, and 12% is already very heavy. So if you do it 14, which is easy here, people, they will get drunk and tired from the wine. We don't want them to get tired of that. We want them to enjoy the wine, not to get drunk. It's not about plan. It's about how to say the wine itself. It's not meant to be aged because of the climatic conditions in the country. Destemming, we remove the stems 100%. All stems are removed 100%. Because we already, the Egyptian wines, the Egyptian raisins, they have lots of tannins. And sometimes tannins are difficult to get to a maturation, to a good maturation. So there is no way to add more tannins to something really tannic at the beginning. Soil is mostly sandy. It's desertic soil. It has very little clay, very little. Very little organic matter, 0.6 organic matter. It's not a lot. It's salty. Water is salty, has lots of salts. The weather is very rare to have some precipitations, so no rainfall, like at all. We have something like 50 millimeters of water every year, not more than this. So we irrigate. We depend on irrigation all year round. And we have very hot climate over 9 months. So it starts in March, April, until end of October. It's very hot weather. Dry, hot, sunny, long days. We have it all, around the country you can find Banati. But the one we are using for our wine is in the center of the country, next to Minya, called Samam. Yeah, Minya, not in Alexandria. For Beausoleil white, yes, exclusively Minya. In Minya, we converted an old production to our needs. So that's why we use our vineyard from Minya. Yeah. Now we produce around 500,000 bottles of Beausoleil white.
Thank you for all your time experience.
It's our pleasure.
Thank you.
We are here to serve our dear clients. This is yours. So during this 12-month aging, the very fruity character of the Chardonnay is transformed to a, how to call it, biscuity, creamy taste, which is something very common between all champagnes all around the countries. Look at the bubbles, how fine they are.
See, wow.
Yeah, very consistent. The acidity is not really aggressive because we're in a hot country, but we do lots of effort to preserve this natural acidity. I'd like you to taste it because it has some kind of fruitness different from the white, and it has a bit more sugar. It's more sweety in the taste, so it can be consumed mostly with sweet entrees, with petit four, with a cake. It's made for celebration. It's made for our rosé wine is for celebration. Look at the bubbles, how continuity of the bubbles from down to up.
Creamy.
Very creamy, biscuity, and it has this complexity in the taste, long lasting in the mouth. No sugar at all, so it's like completely dry.
This is the shelf where we.